Hi there, Colleen Adrian here today, and I want to share with you 6 top pieces of wisdom that I would share with my younger parenting self if I was starting my parenting journey over again. And my son is 20, and I have a stepson in his early 30s. So here we go. Number 1, I would share that there is no perfect ever. And that might sound really obvious, but in my experience, every time that my inner critic harshly berated me for losing my patience, and I did lose my patience throughout my parenting journey, um, every time my inner critic harshly berated me for losing patience or making other parenting mistakes, I was, without really realizing it at the time, expecting myself to be perfect or at least closer to perfect than I was in that moment. And I would remind myself, I would like to remind my younger self that it's impossible to be calm and do the right thing all the time, right? You're a human, and actually being real with your child or teen through the joy of connection and through the grief of falling short sometimes, that's what creates authentic connection. So that's number 1. Number 2 is that repair is a key. When you repair, you create a real and authentic relationship with your child, and you create an environment in which your child learns through experience that it's okay to make mistakes and that it's possible to repair and to apologize and to make things right. And they learn to do those things and they start to automatically do them. You don't have to tell them to say they're sorry. They learn from your example, right? Those are super valuable life lessons and skills to have. Number 3, I would share with my younger parenting self that connection with my child and with others, by the way, takes more than just saying the right words. And that was something that was really hard for me to understand at the outset when my son was little. I knew that I wanted to connect with him and have a different type of relationship than an authoritarian. But I didn't realize that I needed to be really regulated in my nervous system in order to connect. And I didn't even know what the signs of being dysregulated were. So learning to recognize my own body signals and sensations for when I was either regulated or dysregulated was super important, and something that I didn't learn until my son was in his early teens. Number 4, doing your own somatic work to heal yourself and learning practices for regulating your own nervous system can help immensely with connecting and with reducing emotional wounding in your child. So this is really important, and this is again something that I didn't discover until my son was in his early teens, when I discovered nervous system regulation work and somatic therapy. It not only helps your relationship with your child, it'll help your child to be more authentic in life, and it'll help you to be more authentic as well. It really helps with being able to let go of shoulds, let go of people pleasing, set boundaries and limits a lot more clearly. And generally, it helps to live life more fully and robustly, is my experience. Number 5, thing that I would share with my younger parent self: comparing your parenting or your children to others is never, ever helpful. In fact, it usually results in judging either yourself or other people. The best strategy or parenting practice for my child might not be the same as for somebody else's because we have uniqueness, right? So even though we share a lot of commonalities because we're all human, and for that reason, it can be helpful to share parenting practices among each other and read books and so on. At the same time, we're also each on our own soulful karmic journey alongside of our children with our own lessons to learn, right? And our kids will trigger those in us to help us learn. So, yeah, comparing is never helpful. And last but not least, number 6, the better you get at attuning to your own feelings and emotions and being able to actually feel your feelings and emotions in your body, the better you'll be at attuning to your child's needs and supporting them through difficult emotions. And that is really part of being able to connect with your kids as well and have a connected relationship and attune to what they need and meet their needs. So those are 6 pieces of wisdom that I would share with my younger parenting self if I could go back and do that. What about you? I'd love to hear from you. What would you add to the list? Thanks for listening.